Hi guys, this is the second in the series on favor, and today we talk about the word honor or esteem or respect, because those are words that convey the idea of favor. But whenever we think of those words, we have a tendency to ascribe it to God, like give God the honor, give God esteem. That seems natural, but why would He treat me with esteem? Why am I honored in His sight? Why would He respect me? Isn't He the one who should be given these words? Why would He treat me with esteem? It doesn't compute. In fact, here on earth, we usually strive for esteem and honor. In Genesis 30, verse 20, you find that Leah, Jacob's wife, had 6 children, and when she bore her 6th child, Zebulun, she had this thought that perhaps now my husband will begin to honor me. So it's an ancient problem. Even in marriage or in life, we find that man may go ahead and consider love as unconditional, but we are always taught that respect or honor has to be earned. And so that's how we then approach God, that I will earn His esteem, I will earn His honor, I will earn His respect. I'll earn it in His sight through my obedience, through my faith. And there is a place for it, but that's not what we are talking about. We are talking about God's favor carrying this sense of Him esteeming me, Him respecting me. Sounds so odd when I say it, eh? And Him honoring me. And so why does He show me esteem and honor and respect? This is the God of the universe. Why does He show me esteem and honor and respect? To begin with, it's part of His nature. It's just who He is. He can't help it. When you go to 1 Samuel 2:8, it says in 1 Samuel 2:8 that He raises the poor from the dust and lifts the needy from the ash heap. He seats them with princes and has them inherit a throne of honor. I'll read it from the Message. It says, He puts poor people on their feet again. He rekindles burnt out lives with fresh hope. He restores dignity and respect to their lives, a place in the sun. So this is His nature. He yearns to do it for creation. He yearns to do it for creation. He yearns to give creation dignity. He yearns to confer on creation honor. He wants to lift up people into a place of dignity and respect. This is natural for Him. And it is for this reason that He was stripped of it. He was stripped of esteem, of dignity, of respect, naked and abused on a cross. The more we talk about favor, the more we will begin to recognize the great exchange that happened on the cross. So that unfavored ones, so that desolate ones may be called Hephzibah and Beulah. That's another scripture from, I think, Jeremiah or Isaiah. We'll go there another day. That aside, guys, at creation, when we were made, Psalm 8 verse 5 says, even though we were made a little lower than the angels, and in the New Testament, in Hebrew, it says one day we will, or in 1 Corinthians, it says we will judge angels. At creation, we find in Psalm 8 verse 5 that we were crowned with glory and honor. Meaning, in our very Genesis origin, He gave us glory and honor. And I suspect the reason being, we were made in His Tselem, T-S-E-L-E-M, the Hebrew word for made in His image. We are image-bearing representatives of God on earth. So if you send a representative on your behalf, you give him the honor that is upon you. You take from the honor that is upon you and bestow it upon your representative, and then you send them out so that they can go as image bearers of you. And this has not been rescinded. This Genesis mandate has not been rescinded. In my very creation, I was bestowed glory and honor because I am an image bearer of Him to whom all glory and honor belongs. I am given honor and respect and dignity because it's His nature. I love that favor includes respect and dignity. This is how He treats me. Let me phrase it again in words that really jar us. God respects you. God thinks that you are one of great dignity. He bestows dignity on you. When He talks to you, when He deals with you, when He sees you, He talks to you as if you're a person of dignity. And He honors you because of these reasons and a couple of other amazing reasons. This is how He deals with you. It's very odd. The cross has changed everything for the earth, and particularly for believers, man, it's something else. The third reason that again shook me to the core was that one of the reasons He honors me, He respects me, He bestows dignity on me. One of the reasons He honors me is because I carry His name. I'm a believer now. I'm born again. I carry His name. You know, my dad, I carry his name. I carry his family name. I was the oldest in the clan. He had 5 brothers and a sister, and I was the oldest son, and it was a big deal in the family. I carry my father's name and my grandfather's name. And it was given to me, the name was given to me because Jacob John, the name was given to me because it was a name that was carried by the oldest son in each generation. I carry His name. I'm born of His seed. I'm a sign of my Father's strength. In Genesis 49, verse 3, it talks about Reuben. And when it mentions Reuben, it says, Reuben, you are my firstborn, my might, the first sign of my strength, excelling in honor, excelling in power. In the Message, it says, Reuben, you're my firstborn, my strength, my first proof of my manhood, at the top in honor and at the top in power. I carry His name. He honors me because I carry His name. I'm a sign of my Father's strength. In Jeremiah 13 verse 11, it says, like a belt, God binds His people to Himself so that they may bring Him honor. Jeremiah 13:11. And at the end of the day, He honors me because I'm His much loved son. I remember my dad would take me to his native home, like where the generations first established a home. He would take me there and he would present me to his relatives. As this is my oldest boy, he's in Canada now. He pastors, and he would think of all the good things he could say. And because in honoring me, he was honoring the seed that I came from, the stock that I came from. I love what it says in Psalm 80. I think it says, you are the root my right hand has planted. You are the son I'm raising up for myself. My God, which father will not honor a son that comes from his own seed and strength? I am born of His seed. I am a sign of my Father's strength. I carry His name. You carry His name. He honors you. I was reading Luke 5 verse 27 onwards, where it talks about the call of Levi, or Matthew the tax collector. And it reminded me of this whole principle of favor or honor. Here is Matthew, a tax collector who's an outcast, and Jesus is walking by and he sees him, he chooses him. He confers priceless value on an outcast, but he confers it with a simple command: follow me. And the amazing thing about us who have been saved, who responded to God's call, is that we heard that too. Priceless value has been conferred on us, outcasts, with a simple command: follow me. And what thrills God's heart is when he said, follow me, Matthew left everything, got up and followed God. And because he responded promptly, leaving everything behind, God then grants him the greatest honor of all, the lifelong opportunity to host his presence. That's, if you look at Matthew's story, how it works out is, he says, follow me, he leaves everything and he begins to follow Jesus. And then Jesus is later at a banquet that Matthew is hosting, or Levi is hosting for Jesus, and he's got his friends there too. And the same applies to us now. Because you responded promptly, because you have left everything behind, he now grants you the greatest honor of all. And what is that greatest honor? That you and I now have the lifelong opportunity to host his presence, to spread before him the banquet of our life, to give him back the honor that is due him because of the great honor that has been bestowed on us. That song from the verses from So Will I make so much sense. And as you speak, 100 billion failures disappear. Where you lost your life so I could find it here. If you left the grave behind you, so will I. I can see your heart in everything you've done. Every part designed in a work of art called love. If you gladly chose surrender, so will I. I can see your heart 8 billion different ways. Every precious one, a child you died to save. If you gave your life to love them, so will I. Bless you guys. I hope it blesses you, man, as we explore this whole idea of favor. It's blowing my socks.